The overall story I love because it sort of, yeah, it's using politics as sort of the metaphor, but it really is looking at where we've come as a society in terms of being bought and sold, manipulated by advertisers. I mean, politics is advertising, selling someone. We go, oh, I've now been swayed this way because they tell me he or she does this or that. So I like that it's talking about how we've become so malleable by the advertisers that we can be swayed, and that at what point do we need to get off the carousel and start thinking for ourselves and making decisions based on the research we do, not what we're fed. And I loved that this story took you there.
The opposition has hired their own American, Pat Candy.
Jane Bodine.
Pat?
So what are you doing here? I thought you retired or gave up or something.
What happened to your hair?
So you still got a great sense of humor.
How many times have you gone against Candy?
3 or 4 times.
How many times has he beat you?
3 or 4 times. If you want to win, we're going to have to take risks. You're my tracker. Every event that Rivera attends, every speech, you tape it. If security beats you up, you are doing your job right. Get that beating on tape. Wake up. This is war. There's only one wrong in this. Only one, and that is losing. Maybe check and see if anyone understood that.
Levanten la mano si hablan inglés.
Gracias.
We take a lot of creative license. So we basically take the general idea of the story and then sort of fictionalize all the characters. We didn't want to be beholden, basically, and because a lot of the people are alive who were in the original story. So we took a lot of license. I mean, Sandy's character, for instance, is sort of an amalgamation of a bunch of people, and originally was a male character.
We were already looking for, my agent and I, Beth, I said, I'm not reading anything I'm loving, but I always seem to love the male roles. So let's see what's not produced yet and see if anyone's willing to switch things to a woman. And when I read this, the story I loved, but you looked at the character and you're like, well, this represents the women I know, complex and multidimensional. And so...
it tells you how difficult it is for women to find roles that they really want to go after.
I'm just going to talk about her like she isn't here, but Sandy's just the most wonderful person, and it's so genuine that I felt disarmed from any sort of movie starness that there may have been in my mind. I immediately saw the person that you see here, and that was wonderful and very wonderful to work with.
I've had the film lovers experience of a festival here 3 times, and that's pretty rare.
This is a great place to screen films. It just the audiences really love the films.
What they're doing.
Yeah.
Like, you guys love what you're doing and the questions you're asking, and people love being around the energy, and it just makes you feel. Doesn't make you feel dirty. Do you know what I mean? You don't feel like it's something. It's about anything other than. It's not about selling and marketing. It's about sharing the film making experience and film going experience.
You like to pretend you're not one of us. If you fight with monsters for too long, you become a monster.
Eddie, is this your neighborhood? Where you live?
People will get hurt. What are you gonna do?
We are trying to save people's lives. These are the stakes. And I'm not going to stand by and watch as this nation falls apart. This is no longer an election. This is a crisis.
We're going to shoot the commercial, por favor.
Lamas. This animal would lead us to prosperity.
Oh.
No, Marcos!
It's like he killed himself rather than be in one of our commercials.